Yeah, I was fortunate. Someone
got in there quick.
She didn't know what she was getting into at all.
You didn't tell her the future.
Definitely not. Well, this is actually, we should get a little bit serious. There's a lot on the line. There's a lot of money on the line, but there's also, I mean, you know, a chance to make it all the way here. Mad Lions and MIBR, best of the three coming up, and it's going to be Mad Lions starting on the CT side, MIBR on the T side. So, yeah, get all your friends involved. Get some people in here, because I think this is going to be a really interesting game. I think MIBR are probably the less favorite team, but I can see a lot of different ways in which this could turn in spite of the 0%. 8-4 pushing up, and this is the kind of thing that can't happen to MIBR. Getting picked off on the one flank of that attack.
Yeah, that's a statement to open up the pistol round with that much aggression and automatically a 5-on-3. The goal now for MIBR is, like, you have to say bomb plant is about as good as you're going to get if you're MIBR.
Yeah.
Anything from here is a miraculous turn of events.
They have a smoke and a kit on a Cillian to go for the defuse. There's no Molotov on the other side. It's still always good to have, and, well, yeah, they needed to win a lot of fights in a row. Taco up here. Bit of a range with the Glock. It's some good work, but he can't stop the defuse no matter what he does, and it's going to be happening before he even turns the corner. So that is just, that's taking all of the initiative away from MIBR. They obviously wanted to go for, you know, some sort of little peek into the B-bomb side while having some guys over at Ivy, and none of that fantasy. Like, they're just chilling in the corner waiting.
I wonder if they had heard like a footstep with maybe the positioning of the defense. I didn't catch if someone was in hell, or if that was just a hard read. But you notice how Acor was just like started running and was so convinced to clear out that corner. That's a pretty aggressive way to be to push up on CT side Ivy.
It was, and it was so early that it's not even really rational to think that,
yeah,
you know, it would have been like a tell or anything. Like they hadn't seen anything else, so they were just, yeah, maybe could have been a little sound that was made. It's hard to say.
It's a cool start. We'll see how the rest of the half goes for Mad Lions aggression. They've got Bubsky pushed up into ladder room, Roy out in the open, next to E-Box, and he takes down Fallen. All deagles for the MIBR side with the one flashbang that Taco saved from the pistol. And as we all know, these rounds tend to be a little bit slow as the T side waits out utility, hoping those deagles can have a clear line of sight for a nice, fortunate one deag. But they're against 3 M4s. That's going to be a difficult fight to take here on Train. There's the flashbang. Here comes the attack. Roy stands tall, cannot convert the second spray into KNG, who's got himself 2 kills and a bit of an entrance into the A-bomb site.
They're able to follow up. A little bit of a cleanup there towards the end. Did cost them a couple of players, but they'll get to save the M4s, and I think that's sort of the main thing here.
Yeah, all you lost was the 2 SMGs and the armor on the rifler, so 2-0. Good start from Mad Lions, and here comes the AK-47.
Was it when they were playing Cloud9? They had a slow start, Mad Lions. I want to say
they had slow starts in both of the previous 2 series that we've seen against Cloud9, and then also against Fun Plus Phoenix in the first stage of the playoffs.
Yeah, that was the game that I was thinking about, maybe.
Now the difference is those were actually the first games of the day.
Yeah,
I believe.
This is a little bit later on. That's a good point. Oh, Bubsky, he's gonna keep going. That's so much damage done from just the Mag 7 there.
I can't believe he had the stones to stay on that ladder and try and wait for the reload of the Mag 7. Good nade.
Wow.
What a conversion from Acor into the upper bomb site. Shush had no idea it was coming, and neither did Acor. Neither of them had the intel.
Which is a little bit alarming. I mean,
yeah,
that's a fine enough position to be in up on the train there. They're going to find Roy as well with a nice kill. What a great third round here for MIBR. You love to see this. Answering back and not letting the Danes get too comfortable. We'll find the last one on the Cillian. And MIBR on the board right away. So we're talking about Mad Lions potentially not having such a slow start, but MIBR not really having one either with that round. I really like to see that. Some great aggression. I
can't believe Shush just was so unprepared for that hit down lower ramp. Taco's already swinging along the wall into the bomb site before they even realize the attack is underway. And it's crazy to think that Bubsky coming up that ladder spotted, what, like 3 players at the very least? That should have put the defenders on notice. Perhaps it was just a very nice timing of the hit for MIBR. And they've got their first offensive round. Again, plenty of bodies in the white halls walking towards box halls.
I mean, the position that Shush is holding on the train is meant for someone to come out upper, because you're so hard to see when you're coming out upper, because you're actually partly blocked by the whatever that weird fixture is on top of the actual bomb train. But nice headshot from Shush, and Bubsky will be there on the crossfire. So at least it's a trade. They still have that M4 on a Cillian. and armor on everyone, so we're going to be very careful here. The Molotov will force them back, and it will be a bomb plant. And MIBR, I think, with a decent chance to hold on to this plant.
Yeah, I'm wondering, actually, are they going to go for it? They're streaming out, and that's going to be a double kill. Cillian can get nothing done. 3 kills in the round for Fur. He does eventually fall, so it's costly, but Mad Lions has fully invested into this round. They've got nothing really in the bank. Acor, 1,600 for the AWP. He might just want to save that M4.
Yeah, I would definitely recommend that as a play as opposed to doing this. It seems like it's going to not work no matter what. He doesn't have a kit or really anything. He's just putting on a lot of pressure. This is his style of Counter-Strike. He does tend to be incredibly aggressive, but we'll see if it's going to cost him. He's at least lured them close to the bomb, so no, they're not going to go up with it. They're still going to be able to run away, I think. But, I mean, he gave it as much as he could here. That's really trying to maximize the outcome of the round, and definitely a high risk involved in that. 2 for 2 now. It was all tied up early on in the game.
That's 2 nice timing hits towards the inner bomb site, just right down the lower ramp. Even for the 2 for 2 trade, MIBR is happy with it. First starting off well, 5 and 3. KNG is right there with him. Fallen Mayor and still some goose eggs up on the scoreboard, but it's all good. It's still early.
It's really early. No problems at all, especially as Mad Lions only have that M4 in play. The rest are all USPs or 1 Deagle on Shush. So I wouldn't be too worried about it. They're pushing up, though, outside of B, which is very cool.
There's I mean, one of the conversations we could talk about in this save round, although let's see how this aggression pans out. Taco looking for this. Oh my
no.
dear lord, what a shot from Shush.
Taco almost threw a grenade on them that would have probably at least made them hesitate to go up. Fur is going to get shot in the back. Roy was on top of him, and the shadow wasn't showing, so Fur just had no idea. Good damage from Bubsky, although they're still going to lose the entire A site here. Shush going to be showing up with an AK a little bit late. 2 of them are low, and see if he can find an angle for that grenade. It doesn't really seem like it.
This round actually felt doable for Mad Lions.
Yeah.
For a moment there. That opportunity closed real quick. I was going to say, the conversation that we had yesterday in the post-game show at the Blind Spot, this game actually has, you know, across all of us who were there at the bar, 4 MVP candidates in our minds. There's Fallen, there's Fur, there's Shush, and there's Bubsky on Mad Lions, and even Acor. So you could even put 5 in there. Although yours was the Acor toss out, and that was for, you know, personal biases.
Yeah.
Not that he hasn't been fantastic, but you know.
I'm just saying, I weigh sexy Counter-Strike really high. And Acor plays the sexiest Counter-Strike, I can imagine.
Does he?
Yeah, it's like a dangerous kind of sexy.
Okay, it's the kind of sexy of like the, you know, the crazy girl.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's exactly what it is.
Okay.
I think it's amazing. You know, like, you could definitely get hurt doing it.
Right.
Might end up in the hospital at some point.
Like, it's not a long-term thing.
No, but it's probably worth it.
But it's probably worth it.
6th round, though, and Mad Lions are at least back with a little bit of money to work with. Got that AWP on Acor, which is you know, one of the things I am definitely going to be looking for. There's one on Fallen as well, and he has not been boring throughout the Flashpoint series so far. With that weapon, I think it's been great watching him do a lot of work. Shush pushing up in front of the Molotov. This is an incredibly cool play. If you're coming in on the T side, that's going to be hard to read. Taco will read it, and a great headshot to take him down. That's really impressive.
Yeah, that was actually unfortunate the way that defense was designed, is to get him in that position, and it's a pop flash from a Cillian. It's a cool idea, but no one was actually there, so when Shush is peeked out, Taco just jiggles and realizes he hasn't caught in the open. That's a very nice sequence from Taco to hold on to Box Hall's control, and that's going to force the defense to thin out. Look how centralized they are. It's Roy in ladder room, no one's watching Ivy, and Mad Lions after actually shifting 2 more defenders to the inner bomb site. So B is going to be stacked, but A is going to be an easy take.
Yep, and they're all out there. He spotted one, and when he came back for the follow-up, there was 3 people waiting for him. Some decent shots coming through the smoke, but I don't think it's going to matter, and I think they should actually save. I'm kind of shocked they haven't called that already. 5 on 3. You're not going to be, I mean, you're all going to be trying to retake more or less through the C connector. That is not worth it. This is great stuff for MIBR. About to have a 4th round, or will already have a 4th round here.
This is the problem with Mad Lions and some of their slow starts that you referenced earlier. Against a team like MIBR, it's going to be infinitely more difficult to recover than it is against a Cloud9, than it is against a Fun plus Phoenix.
For sure, but I don't even think this is a slow start, actually. I think
this is a good game from MIBR is where you're
I actually think so, because look at how there was so much determination in what they were doing. They push up it outside of beat. That's not Mad Lions being slow or anything. That was just Taco saying sit down.
Yeah.
Which is great. What a cool play from him. And that, I mean, that one kill does so much. It forces the entire Mad Lions team to go into a B, or they make that, they call that risk. And as soon as they take down Roy here, the round was won.
The way that even Roy was backing out of ladder room, it felt like they were trying to get all 4 players to the B bomb site and just go for a ride or die. Like either they come here and we might win, or we probably win, or we just save. And they just couldn't get away from it. I was surprised to see that second player join up with Roy on the bomb train. Another investment for Mad Lions. Out of a loss, they've lost 4 in a row, and their economy is about to be destroyed. But Acor's got an AWP.
Let's see if we can find a space for it. Gonna go all the way there. Make it a bit of jump across. And not sensing anyone in team A, and he's just gonna be falling even further back to help out at the B bomb side. Some amount of damage being taken from Mad Lions already here.
They doubled up in ladder room. Taco just drops a nice, friendly little HE grenade from top ladder. He's playing a very important role, as he does in pretty much every map on the MIBR Sides. But he's controlling Box Hall's aggression. Ooh, pop flash beacon towards main. Bird not blinded, but he can't convert over. It's Fallen. He doesn't want to peek too wide, considering there's most likely an AWP covering this aggression. Oh! Got him right through the wall. Doesn't need to peek. One more flashbang over, and it's a Cillian close-up. Spraying through, he's giving away his position. What a great aggressive take from MIBR. A 3-on-2, but Acor is zoned in.
Man, that was a cool shot right through the wall. You love to see that. Acor, though, this is where he's really, really dangerous. They have to catch him at the right time because he loves taking those fights, especially in high-pressure situations. 38 seconds, and he's up the ladder trying to take a bit of a look. Not finding anyone here. And sure, she's going to hear them outside now, and so will Acor. They're going to come back. They could have a very, very dangerous crossfire. I don't know if MIBR know yet that that's happening. Shush is waiting out here. Going to be a bit of a smoke, and that will stop the bomb from even going down at all. Kenyon in a 1 versus 2, and he had no chance. It wasn't even a smoke, sorry. It was just, I think, a flashbang to try and help him out. It landed under the train as well. But a 4-3, and MIBR, in spite of the man advantage in the early victory there in Team A, not able to make it out of the round.
Yeah, not a bad call whatsoever. That's just unfortunate spam. I'd like to know how Acor actually picked off Fallen, because Fallen was watching the ladder flank with his AWP. That was a heads-up duel won by Acor. Not sure if the flashbang from MIBR in the ladder room actually blinded Fallen a little bit, maybe distracted him, but either way, that was a big fight to win. Good positioning from Acor. After checking for the Hall's fall back, and again, oh, he's out in the open. How is he alive? How is he going to get away with this? He almost doubles them up as they leap, but he is so low. And certainly at this point, Mad Lions has to think of abandoning his position.
Spam coming through, actually. Cillian is there to try and help them out. They've lost Taco and Fur on the other side of the map, so they have to reveal down at Ivy. They finally take down Acor, but...
This is right off the bat. It is brawly. Look at the way Mad Lions is challenging for everything. Some very awkward missed shots have created a difficult scenario for MIBR.
And Bobski just running to take that fight, not even a little bit scared of it. Bomb is there. I would say now it's time for Mad Lions to cool it back down again. 4-on-2, not really worth trying to fight in T-spawn of all places.
And while all that's going on, you have to think, I'm assuming Mad Lions got aggressive towards the B bomb site, towards box halls, towards above ladder. For those kills to come out so early in the round while Ivy aggression is going on. It's about to be 4-4, so Mad Lions respond very quickly.
Great amount of confidence shown on the CT side. Nice shot from Fallen. Catching Bubski. That's a long way to the end of the round here for Fallen if he has to try and take all the fights.
This is... Fallen could do one of those masterclass videos on opping on train. Just look at the way he's using the ladders and jumping back and forth just to gather information for the peak. He's heard this flank coming in. He has to know the general area of Shush, and he's fighting to be able to save this off, and he's got it. He's found Shush out in the open, and now he should be able to get away.
Yeah. Incredibly well done. Rifle is worth a lot to them at the moment. Plenty of money for Mayan to try and drop for a teammate. Could be Fur there to pick up an or an AK instead. So actually saving the AWP is massive.
Yeah, it's huge. It's going to allow him to have another buy here. It took way too long for Acor to go down again. He was stuck awkwardly for a moment as he tried to be aggressive.
It even looked like there was a moment where Acor could have had a 2-for-1 because they actually stood on top of each other, but we'll see. MP9 on Shush. I don't know if they're expecting Or if they just didn't have the money. I think they didn't have the money if they wanted the grenades. Jump out from Mayan to try and see if he could find an opening. It's such a cool play when you can get out there and create that space, but he ran into so many grenades and a Molotov on top. He was never going to be able to make it.
And the op.
And the op. It was everything.
As if he needed more issues. Bubsky and Asilian are low, but unfortunately it looks like MIBR is attacking away from those positions. Asilian out towards Ivy, Bubsky playing in connector. He's actually rotated to the B bomb site, so it might be an easy follow-up kill. And
no
down
one coming
the ramp
up
we go.
high ground yet. This is a big problem. Shush position is very, very hard to stop if you're coming down on that lower ramp.
Unless the flashbang is perfect.
Well, first setting up for it, I think it actually will be a close flashbang, so if they can flash Shush and take down Bobsky before Shush can get back into play again, that's going to be very interesting here. 50 seconds on the clock, and they're going to go for it. There we go, setting it up. It does nothing at all to Shush, and he'll be able to do a little bit of damage at least. There's the return from Bobsky, and that's really just what they wanted. The fact that he gets the follow-up headshot just makes it almost a done deal here. With 40 seconds, and he's got the bomb, and he's, instead of going for the plant, going to try and see if he can win the round. Straight up fights Acor. Now he's trapped back here and running with a grenade out. Oh, what a shame. It's such a cool idea for Fur. Playing for the whole round instead of just going for the little, you know, $800 bonus.
Yeah, well, that's the most Fur thing you'll see. I mean, he's always going to go for the win like that. A very aggressive player, and actually, I think that was a cool decision because there was a real chance. Yeah. Unfortunately, didn't know that low HP player. Nice round from Bubsky considering the HP that he had from early on.
Yeah.
To get a couple of nice kills. Even Asilian with that final one with low HP himself. That was the one that really screwed Fur. He didn't know that he was wrapping around High Train. So 5-4, and MIBR's out of money. 3 in a row for Mad Lions, and they have restabilized. And now it gets much more difficult for MIBR on the attack. Now you're going to be going up against a Mad Lions team that has all the utility, that has the AWP every round for Acor. It would be a huge benefit in this round if MIBR is able to get 2 to 3 kills.
What a shame. I like that play from Taco. He was trying to see if he could just find a random timing to sneak down that sidewalk when no one was watching.
Yep. Which
you can definitely do.
Yeah, we've seen it frequently, especially early on in rounds when there's really only one defender. So Shush in the bomb side, Bubsky far back. Shush is dinked, but continues the spray. KNG has one, and as long as he doesn't get a second, it's not the biggest deal. That's the AWP, and they really need to recover that. And ooh, they get there right at the end. They're fortunate, but Acor's got to be careful with that positioning.
In a similar fashion, it'd be fun to see if MIBR, maybe Taco would be in charge, maybe Fur, in fact, of just walking up upper B with no warning. Because you can get some incredible fights at times.
I would imagine, I mean, I think Taco or Fur, either one of them would be comfortable with that, because we see Taco do something very similar on Overpass from time to time with the different variations he has of holding onto the B bomb side on their T side. Yeah. Occasionally he'll just go challenge in Monster, so it's a very similar kind of fight where you're looking for that one-on-one duel. Which is very risky. Although they know that Mad Lions isn't utilizing a double op, so I think with Acor playing outside, you can be reasonably confident that you're not going to just walk into the crosshair of an AWP.
Shush playing it really far back early on here. Shots coming through the smoke down at Ivy. It's going to be a Molotov that'll actually force Mayan forward, and Asilian almost looked like he was counting on it, but not committing to the fight. Otherwise, maybe he would have got that kill. Grenade will land on KNG and do a little bit of damage to him, but they still have a pretty heavy presence over at B, and now they're losing Shush early on. The ball making its way down, but look at Bobsky. He's flanking in behind, and this is such an incredibly early flank. There's still a fight over at Ivy to be settled. This is a completely mad and chaotic round. I have no idea who's going to win it, because if the flank comes in from CT spawn quick enough, that could do it. Fallen, spotted out already. Double kill for Bubsky coming in almost certainly, and he's going to be on the bomb immediately. Fur trying to run back, but actually Bubsky comes off it, and Fur, he still gets the kill. Trying to save the round here. It's now Acor in a 1 versus 2, and he's in a lot of trouble. Unless they show themselves, I don't think he can find this. The deep grenade won't even kill Fur, and Acor going down to KNG. What a round from MIBR.
Yeah, that's a crazy recovery after the backstab from Bubsky, and it's unfortunate. If that's a little bit quicker and he's able to stop the plant, I think that's way more aggressive, but the fact that they recover from such a hectic situation is super impressive. This was around, I mean, look at this entry. They're just walking in, and we noticed it right at the start of the round. Shush was playing so far back, and whether that was designed, thinking they wouldn't come to B, or whether it was because of the pressure towards Ivy, he wanted to have a fast rotation. That's a lot of space. Taco this time, we just mentioned maybe he'll walk out upper ramp, but a difference in the attack this time. It's just march down, see what you get, and he got an early headshot entry.
Beautiful stuff. 6-5, but a very, very good chance of making it way more than that. Money not looking good for the Danish side at the moment, so probably gonna have to take at least a bit of a timeout, maybe buy some deagles in this round. But that should be it. 1 deagle. All right. That's interesting. Thought maybe Bobski would at least also go for 1.
Maybe he's not a deagle player. They also don't have much of a losing bonus, so I think he's actually saving to get an AWP for Acor in the next round. I think he'll have to drop that over. Because I think they're only going to get, what, 1,900? 1,400?
Yeah, it's not going to be that much. Bit of an awkward timing in the beginning to take down Fallen, but they will recover the AWP there, and Roy will be found. So 6-6, tied up. This is such a good first half for MIBR. They're on the T side of train, already getting 6 rounds. I'm super impressed. Fur at 10 kills, KNG at 10 kills, but nobody is doing badly on this MIBR side. There's no one who's completely fallen off the chart and is not contributing. Same is kind of true for Mad Lions. I think we've got the beginnings of a very cool series here.
Yeah. I think we do as well. Especially the way these two teams have been actually attacking each other. Now we have that double op. Bubski with 1. He's going to have that in CT choke. 1 Acor. Ooh, that's a great peek. Puts a stop to Fur before he even begins. And he can peek that again later on and back up Roy if he needs to.
Such an important kill, because if Fur gets all the way down there, it takes so much control away from the CT side. I like the idea of the boost, but unfortunately falling off it means Roy is going to be hearing it, and he's already looking for it. You can tell he's looking up to try and see over the smoke. He knows something is happening. Flashed it almost into the smoke, and yet they're a little bit paranoid. That flash almost gave his position away. He's still going to get the kill, and he'll be traded right away. Fallen goes down to Acor, and now Mayan coming out of main alone with his teammate being over at Pop Dog, and Taco, yeah, he's on his own right here. This double up setup is doing a fair bit of work for Mad Lions, and that's dangerous. I mean, if they get the rest of the rounds here, Mad Lions, and make it 9-6, that's gonna at least make them feel pretty good about the end of the half.
Well, the fun thing is going to be what MIBR's response is to the double op, because they didn't actually see it coming until, you know, Bubski just battered him with it.
Yeah.
So now you actually get the chance this late to switch up a tactic, switch up a strategy. This is just good shooting from the Mad Lions offers, but look at these clips. There's no smokes in their face. There's no flashbangs. There's no kind of a set piece to block those lines of sight off for the AWPs. And again, that goes down to the fact that MIBR did not know that was coming. So a nice defensive switch has netted them 1 round. How much more can they get out of it right at the end of this first half?
Another luxury of the double orb is leaving Bubski up there. Acor. Thought maybe he would look for the boost. It looked like he was at least aware that that could be a thing. He's trying to see if he could just spot the feet of someone coming through. Bobski gone down. That's Taco again winning that fight. And now he's on the B-bomb side already trying to check it out. If he wins another fight down here, Shush might not even be fully aware of it. He's looking for it at the very least, but if he goes down, then there is no round left anymore. Bomb is going to be planted. MIBR are so good at doing this. All they needed was the 1 entry, and there's Taco doing it again. A double for him in the round. This is beautiful.
What an impact Taco is having. Another kill for him here. That is magnificent. A triple kill for Taco in the round, and that's going to take, I mean, maybe not the full double op away. They're going to hunt down Acor. Look at all the red dots just streaming towards his position. There's 1 round left in the half. The double op has depleted the entire economy of Mad Lions. They do not have a losing bonus building up whatsoever. So even if MIBR throws everything at this, it's going to be a victory for them. Fallen with a peek. I don't know if they saw Acor get on top of this box.
No, I don't think they did, but surely... Yeah, well, maybe they did.
Maybe they did. Oh dear.
Good
let's see that peek from Taco on Bubski at the upper ramp, because that was a thing. That had to have surely been just an immediate 1-tap for him, a pre-fire on the angle. I
mean, Taco is going to that position every single round, right? Like, he's just so trained in playing that part of the map at the moment. 7-7, all tied up leading into the 15th round.
This is a great T-side from... Like,
yes.
I mean, when you consider the fact that MIBR lost the pistol round, to have 8 rounds on train on T-side after losing the pistol is a magnificent first half.
Yeah, they're doing a very, very good job. It's super impressive. Oh! It's so ridiculous.
Everyone who plays Counter-Strike hates Bubsky at this moment. Everyone hates Bubsky. What a weird attack to you know that's practiced, right? Like,
yeah.
What a weird attack to just sit there and do over and over again. We saw him try it earlier in the half. This time it has success. Taco is getting pinched about 3 different ways.
Slide on me, Bubsky. I'm into that, Jason.
You're into that filth? Okay, this is awkward now. MIBR's bleeding players all across the map. 2 AKs have been picked up, and KNG has to come back to help out. He knows the position of shit. What a headshot. That is a you land this headshot or you die moment, and it's just fallen with the bomb. He's coming out Ivy late. 50 seconds on the clock.
Wow, I just looked at the rifles from the beginning. That looked like it was in the bag, didn't it, for MIBR? They had all of the advantage. I think it was 3 MP9s at the beginning on train. That's
3 SMGs and a shotgun.
Yeah, that's pretty awkward. Now Fallen will have to try and do it. He's got 35 seconds, which is a huge problem for him here. Probably would love to find a kill before he even does the first bomb fake. Sees just the feet. Oh, misses the opportunity. The Molotov actually could do a lot in that corner, but they're going to put it out with the smoke, and they're going to come for him right away. Doesn't even get the chance to get away. 8 rounds for Mad Lions is actually not that great. I think MIBR are going to be celebrating a lot.
It's not great. Yeah, MIBR are certainly telling themselves what a great hack we've just had. I don't think they'll focus on it now, but that is a bit of a bummer to drop this last round in that fashion. What a great job to give yourself that advantage going into this final round, but a better job from Bubsky. Converting to the AK-47, adding 1 more kill into it. So 8-7 for Mad Lions. Not the worst thing in the world, but they have a really tough task ahead of them in the second half.
Yeah, they do. I'm really impressed by Taco and entering into that B-bomb side. That was cool.
Yeah, Taco has been criminally underrated for a while now. Either way, we're going to see if MIBR can complete their solid performance here on Train, the opening map of the upper bracket finals here at Flashpoint. We're going to head to the break, and then we'll be right back with that second half.
Gaming chairs for pro teams.
Right, here we go. First half done between Mad Lions and MIBR. Second half is going to be coming right at you. We're still on train, and it's being cleaved right down the middle. It's 8-7. It's slightly in favor of Mad Lions. But they were playing on the CT side. I think MIBR are feeling great. They're looking great right now. They're playing some really cool Counter-Strike. This is so refreshing.
Yeah, it really is. And this CT side is where Fallen with his AWP should be able to just take over to a certain extent. I'm really excited to win this set. Holy shit, look at all the utility. Sorry. Look at all the utility on the CT side.
That's a holy shit moment,
When have you seen this ever?
Never. I don't think I've ever seen this before.
All 5 players with utility.
3 HE grenades, which could be genius. I wonder if this is like an afterplay. Are they going to almost let them go on the bomb side and just try and nuke them while they're planting? Shush could have burned alive to the end of that Molotov. There's the grenade to chase him down. Oh, he's still alive. 1 inch closer and he would have died. Shush goes down to Taco's grenade, and Roy will be immediately taken out by Mayan there, so that's a pretty good kill. Oh, what a headshot to turn it around. Mayan a little bit quiet in the first half. Second half coming in. Oh, no! He got that one as well. The quad kill to close out the pistol against Mad Lions. We are going to need to see some replays.
Listen, it's good that he got the quad kill, because we can say unequivocally that this whole 5-man nade stack thing didn't really work out the way it was designed. Whether it's for a post plan, whether it's for that Ivy play, the grenades only, they had to use a Molotov and 2 HEs just to kill 1 player. So I think that's going to be an interesting conversation point. I kind of hope, I'm just going to figure out what the plan was. Like, if there was a plan, or was it just everyone have utility in case you want to use it?
Yeah, this will be fun. I could imagine a world in which because you probably know you're going to have C connector. If you have 2 people there with HEs, you could try and gamble it and just say, let's wait until they try and put that bomb down and throw a couple of HEs over.
They were fighting for bomb site control, which made it which made me think that something else was the plan of action, because if you're playing for that.
Oh dear, they don't have armor or anything. This is rough.
Better come out quick. They're about to go through. Oh, that's perfect. That's perfect.
Oh, no!
My Lord. KNG and Taco. The Wombo combo.
That was so beautiful. They actually stepped onto the grenades as well.
I think it actually hit him in the kneecaps, both of them.
Yeah, that is, it's wonderful. It's everything we want.
Dark, sadistic sort of way, but yeah. Yeah.
We don't get a lot of opportunities to have triple nades. That one was, you could see it coming, you could sort of feel it. They caught all of the shrapnel.
Feel it in my plums.
Yeah, it's that one guy falling on the grenade, but they were all that guy.
They all decided to make the same decision. Fair play. Looks like Fur wants to get control. Pop flash from a teammate. He's going to clear things out at least for the early stages. Again, another nice nade. Great utility damage being done by MIBR. Taco is playing a spectacular game, and Fallen's got the opening kill. Taco goes down right as I call him out. And again, this looks like they want it to be the split towards CT spawn with 3 players, but when you lose one of the attackers at the inner bomb site, this gets significantly weaker. And you're playing against a CT side that has all the full utility, and you've used everything and got nothing. They have 1 smoke left.
Even if they kept going for that Ivy push, even if they won the second fight down there after taking down Taco, this plan would have still involved the Cillian going in to be alone with the bomb. So, if he goes down to Fallen trying to do that, it's so awkward.
Well, now, they have to clear out Fur. They have no flashbangs for this. Fur should definitely at least get 1 in this scenario. Oh my dear lord, crouches right underneath it. But now the game is up. They know there's at least 2. Probably have called out the 3rd, KNG, over towards Ivy. That's an important fight as well, and he wins it. Now it should be so difficult for Mad Lions to get in, but actually they're just winning everything from here on out. Fallen with the op steps up.
That is a ridiculous shot. He nearly got the follow-up. He's ducked down. Finally, Bobsky will take him out. And now, low on health is KNG. Inside of the smoke, they've got 25 seconds here.
He needs to be aggressive so they can't get away. Yeah, they've gotten away, and now he's out of position entirely.
It's almost hard to blame him, right? He almost has to hope that they at least try and go for it a little bit in that bomb site. But this is a smart late-round choice coming out from Mad Lions. And, I don't know, maybe he should just find that orb of Fallen and try and escape.
100%. 100%. Preserve the AWP. That is such a weird round because it felt like MIBR had every advantage. Fur in T-mid missing a kill. KNG, once he wins that fight towards Ivy, that is the angle to prevent them getting into the bomb set that you can work really, really well with, but Fallen just couldn't get out of danger in time. That's kind of brutal for MIBR. Nice recovery for Mad Lions. Plan A failed spectacularly. It collapsed. That split towards the B bomb site was going to go nowhere.
Yeah.
And instead of trying to force the issue, they just readjust on the map. Perfectly done.
It's very hard to recover that kind of a round if you're Mad Lions, because it's been so sickening what's coming, right? Taco would have had the read on how many people were at Ivy, and they already got the 1 kill over at B. Defensively fallen early on, so that's a very hard round to recover at the, if you're Mad Lions. But they did it perfectly. Yeah, this is the early kill, right? But yeah, look at how many people. Taco sees everything. He just knows, and still they find a way to bring it back.
9-9. We're all tied up. Double up set up for MIBR. This was a defense that Mad Lions switched to at the end of the first half. MIBR bringing out very early in round 4. KNG is going to be the AWP rotating to support Taco when he calls for it. Taco's utility damage has to be pretty high at the moment. 460 utility damage for Taco in this game so far. 180 on Fur and Fallen, and nobody on Mad Lions is above 100. Or, yeah, is above 60.
Not just utility damage. Good kill there on Shush. Looked like a moment of danger when the flashbangs might have worked. They're going to try and see if they can maybe go for this A-bomb site. They're getting the return kill on Main at the very least, but look at Fur moving up. And if he catches Roy here, it's surely the end of the round. He probably should have right then and there. I'm surprised that that wasn't a kill. Oh, no. Bubsky sneaking in, and he can crack open the whole site, shooting him in the back. Oh, what a turnaround for Fallen! That was a 180. They could have lost the round right then and there, but that was a spectacular kill.
They might still. Fur needs to get that one. He does, right in the side of the head for Roy. Asilian's made it into the bomb site, and that is an egregious mistake from MIBR's defense to leave Ivy open, but Fallen adds 3 kills in the round and recovers the situation. That is almost unforgivable to have that many players outside with no eyes on Ivy, and it almost destroyed the whole round.
Yeah, definitely a wake-up call, but seeing Fallen with that shot, that is not an easy 180 to be making. It wasn't like his teammate got killed and then he was ready for it. His teammate got killed. He started getting shot in the back and then he just spun for it. That is really something. 10-9. What a close game we have early on here. Pistols all across the board for Mad Lions, so real chance now for the Brazilian side to start to pick up maybe a little bit of a lead here. Maybe get a bit of comfort in this second half, which has been just a battle all throughout. Oh, Roy. Yeah, he knows. Not going to go for it.
Ooh, how has he gotten here? He wanted way more than one. Which,
I admire.
Yeah. I mean, around like this, you're going to need to take a risk in that fashion and try and go for the home run, swing for the fences, as they say. 11-9, a 2-round lead for MIBR. This defense is, I mean, outside of, I guess, that one hiccup of taking your eyes off Ivy. Outside of that, actually, you know, now that I start going through the list, it's not as solid as they'd like, but they're at least winning.
They're winning 4 out of 5 rounds so far in the second half. Some of them are from the pistol, I guess, but...
Yeah, it just felt like the pistol round, in my mind, the pistol round plan was a little bit lackluster. Even in a win, it was a nice round for Mayer, and he got a quad kill. The round they lost where they had a bunch of advantages, and the round where they just, you know, stopped defending Ivy and almost got punished. So there's been some weak points, some sketchiness in the MIBR defense, but they're recovering from it nicely, which is important, obviously.
Rifles back in the hands of Mad Lions. They don't have that AWP tool to set up some early fights with, which I think, you know, that would be a great weapon to have on A-core to try. If you just find an opening in the first, 30 seconds of a round, which is exactly what he would be very good at. And that would help them out so much, but they don't have that.
Not yet, at least. Mayern coming in for a late push. He's calling for a pop flash. He heard the footsteps, and oh, good call from Asilian to go right back up the ladder. Dangerous situation for Mayern.
Oh, he's going to run through as they're on the ladder. I actually think that's such a cool play, but they both jumped off it at the same time, and he just couldn't handle that. I still think that's very interesting. He maybe could have caught both at the same time there. Great returns coming out. Fur with the double kill and Fallen standing tall. He is so sharp with that AWP right now. Still be Fur with the triple to close out the round. KNG at 18, Fur at 17 kills. They're playing such a cool game. And Fallen right there at 16. What a way to lead into this. No bomb plant. And once again, no money here for the Danish side. This is starting to look like a really, really good map for them.
Yeah, starting to look very grim for Mad Lions. Fallen with the AWP and Fur playing in that fashion, keeping the space in the sandwich of those trains. I think Mad Lions has to try and find some success towards the inner bomb site. At the moment, they've tried a couple different variations of attack towards outside, and it hasn't really worked all that well. At this point, you need to test your chops against that B bomb site defense. The only real time they've tried to attack B was the split from Ivy.
Yeah. And then I think they've tried with maybe like a pistol on the ramp or something. It's been
With that triple nade that came out, it was like unarmored pistols.
Yeah. Oh, he definitely saw a shoulder there. Wanted to go for it. He's gonna push in front of the smoke. He was reading that. That's way too experienced.
And that's kind of Fallen you like. Not only reading the play, but then, you know, aggressively attacking the play that he knows is coming. Some of the swagger coming back in Fallen's gameplay. And KNG's there to mop up Shush. It's just a Cillian, 35 HP and a Deagle, only 5 kills. And MIBR is going to put a stop to it. All 5 players survive. The money grows. You've got 2 players, KNG and Fur, that are 10,000 or more before their buy. MIBR is feeling very comfortable. They haven't used a single timeout yet. They're just marching to victory. And Acor can finally get an AWP if he wants it.
I think this is so cool. I really enjoy this. I think this kind of opening we've actually seen out of Fallen throughout the the whole tournament so far. He's been doing it a lot to varying success, I'll admit, but
yep.
He's been like trying to reincorporate it back into his game style, because there was a while when like it is a confidence type of opening, right? You actually have to feel like you're going to be able to win the fights, and he is right now. So yeah, this is my favorite version of Fallen by a really long stretch.
Yeah, I mean, this is one of those maps where it still feels like you get that old school Fallen quite frequently, and we're seeing it more and more, which is also a lot of fun. But I mean, overall, this is a very good team effort out of MIBR. There's no one player shooting up the scoreboard. You have KNG and Fur at 19, Fallen at 17, Taco and Marin at 13 and 12. Everyone is contributing at the moment, and that bodes very well for an MIBR team trying to make a late push for the Flashpoint trophy. Taco is lucky to have not gotten his head ripped off there.
Yeah, it's hard to disagree. And if he had, I don't know if they would have been quite close enough to pounce on it. But again, if you just get one of those opening kills, that leaves the book open for a Cillian to start to do some thinking, right? Like, okay, we picked up Taco, we know they're gonna have to put at least one person in there. What options do we have then? Now he's just playing with a bit of a blank slate at the moment, making it tricky. 3 people on the inside bomb side at the moment for MIBR, and they're gonna go. If they go aggressive, I actually think it's amazing. Taco's moving up there, because if you're gonna have that many people, you need to at least know. And Taco knows. He's just checked the corner. They can start to fall back. Oh, this is cool. This is very cool. Defensively, this is such a nice plan. 4 people in the A yard now. Taco would have advanced warning if anyone showed up. Fallen quite confident in taking this fight. He knows he's got 3 teammates that are covering main and Pop Dog at the same time.
They're out of utility, though. They're out of Connor Molotovs for when the set piece comes in for Mad Lions. They're lining up all the smokes right now, and here they come. There's no Molotovs to drop into the choke points for MIBR. It's going to be all fights, and Fallen has to give up his angle in Ivy. Good nade to chip down Shush and Cillian, but he's out along the wall, and Fur is creeping ever closer, just looks away.
Oh, that is so unfortunate. Nice turnaround. Practically stabbing Bob's, giving the AWP. Running into the bomb site. Sicilian, 9 seconds left on the clock, and they can get the bomb plant down. I don't know. Fallen could have maybe landed that angle. That would have been the end of the round. Now, Taco sneaking in behind, and he's the only one with any health at all. Fallen's still trying to do his very best to create an opening for Taco, but they won't be able to succeed. That is such a close-cut round for Mad Lions. They had the old utility, but they were running out of time, even as they were, you know, entering into the bomb site.
I really do think it came down to the lack of utility for MIBR. They had nothing to really disjoint that attack, and you could see the smoke that was utilized by Mad Lions was so perfect. It allowed a Cillian to creep up aggressively along that wall and get pretty damn close to the bomb train before he was spotted. Fur was overextending to try and close the gap in the defense, but it's a difficult thing to do, and he's punished there. Nice hit from Mad Lions, but they have to build upon it now. Remember, Fur and KNG had $10,000 in the bank before they just lost that round. There's plenty of buys for MIBR still.
They need to win this one and the next one. It's definitely an uphill battle at the moment for that T side. Molotov is at least gonna push them back a little bit. They were angling for that fight in T main for a while there, Mad Lions, without really getting it. 4 people outside, KNG at the ramp with the other AWP.
And Mayon was just pop flash into ladder room, and Mad Lions will have that information. Asilian and Shush were right there to listen for it. Can they cross KNG without taking a death? Yes. Flashbang is perfect. Smoke goes down. Taco is rotated inside as well. They have Mayon on the fast flank up the ladder. And Mad Lions are going to test the B attack.
And they have 5 smokes, so you have to assume one of them is going to be for the high ground to even get those people out of high ground. So KNG is going to be having a rough-ish time finding a kill, unless he just takes it through the smoke. We'll see if it's actually going to happen here.
They could actually rotate Fur over to the B-bomb site as well. That's exactly what they're doing, because there's no aggression, there's no noise in the other parts of the map.
Yeah, no smoke going up yet. They're not going to go for it. Oh, they have 5 smokes. Surely someone will be throwing one. Clean shot from KNG. Taco down on the low ground. I gotta be careful as well. Shush is running up behind him, and he'll take him down finally. KNG waiting to see if anyone is gonna make that jump without any utility. There will be a flashbang in the sky to make it tricky, but it's a 2-on-3 with the bomb going down. Shush pushed up very far, and if he dies, there's really almost nothing that Roy could do. Excellent headshot. This is one of the reasons why he's been talked about as a candidate for MVP. Very, very clean with that AK-47. Now a 2-on-2, and they have a Molotov on Roy. No one checking for it. I don't know what's going on. That is a mystery, and a quad kill for Shush. That's a clear communication breakdown.
It really is. I don't know how that spot does not even get considered, seeing as where that first kill came out. I guess maybe there could have been a call that he fell back. Maybe Mayer just didn't get the comms, but that's a solid win from Mad Lions, and that puts MIBR in a really awkward money situation where I don't know if you can actually buy if you're MIBR.
Is there a world in which the first guy that he kills at the back of the side just doesn't know where he got killed from? Was he scoped up with it?
It's possible. He was flashbang. So that was Roy throwing a flashbang from the bomb train. It's weird because it's one of those pieces of utility that we want to criticize for saying you have all these flashbangs and all these smokes, so why not use them on the initial hit? But then you have those flashbangs to throw that pop flash. So it could have been blinded into a headshot, and you just don't have the intel. Still.
I feel like at the very least he gives away his position getting the first one.
Here's a weird part of it is that also goes towards the weakness of the double op setup. KNG and Fallen are both part of that retake, and they're both just streaming across that back wall.
True.
And if no one is peeking, they don't have information before it comes. If you have 2 rifles, you can leave them up against the back wall and support and allow those rifles to be aggressive on sidewalk, aggressive towards high train, and that's MIBR just not having the resources. And speaking of which, this is a very aggressive force buy with a 2-round lead.
I'm honestly shocked they went for this. Slightly shocked as well that Acor went to dive into the Molotov there.
Don't smack talk your own MVP candidate.
I know.
TV gets blown off the wall.
Honestly,
it's an old model. It's fine.
Yeah. Not the... I don't know what the new model is.
It's not an OLED.
I'm all about the projectors now. Myself. Forget the TVs. I wonder if... I mean, this is one of those things you almost have to judge on the outcome, right? If MIBR force this round and they win it, we're going to say,
oh yeah,
genius move.
100%. I won't say genius. I'll say big risk. But if they lose, it will be like, what a stupid buy that was. But here we go. KNG's picked off. That was the op. Fallen with the scout doing God's work, picking off Acor, but the Molotov forcing them into awkward scenarios. Fur must win this fight, and he cannot find the connection. No bullets connect either way.
I can't believe that he didn't actually get killed by that. Fallen's still going to be going down. Fur lucky to be alive, but he can't do much to actually finish the round here. Taco sneaking up at Ivy. Don't know if he could do anything. He's got the M4 at the very least, and sure, she sees this coming. That's a nice read. Taco trying to be quick about readjusting in case there was a second player out in the open, but they know where he is, and he's in a 1-on-3 with pretty much no chance to win this round. They're already covering that line, and Mad Lions, they punish MIBR for that force into the round. They are going to have a chance to equalize the scoreline here, unless we see some great Deagle action.
That is a crazy, crazy buy, and you did not get nearly enough out of the op on KNG as you would have liked. He's 21-14. He's played a solid game. Fallen 20-15. Those have been the 2 oppers, obviously, but the AWP goes silent when they needed it most in that round.
Not even a flashbang in this round. So disappointed in MIBR. I wanted them to have just the one.
Just the one.
Pushing out Ivy with a bunch of people. Taco forever alone over at the B site. It's his whole career. On all maps.
This poor bastard. Oh. Alright, Roy is investigating with the MAC-10, and he likely sees that it's all clear. Now, it's not a B fake. There is kind of some level of danger. Although Bubsky's come back towards T-mid to keep an eye on this, and he should be able to lower a couple down. Nice jump around the corner. Makes it near impossible for a multi-kill. And save that AK, Mayor. Just back off.
He's gonna get a kill. We'll lose it soon afterwards. A bit of a shame, I agree. That AK is incredibly valuable. KNG can't do much to get it out of the round.
Shush is a beast.
Yeah, he really is.
He is really, really dragging Mad Lions through this second half. 22 and 17 for Shush.
Oh, it's so dangerous. They invest into the double, which is absolutely fine. They definitely should at this point in time, but it's because we're so near the end of the map. 13-13. Any team that stumbles right now, they might not have the time to get up again. I mean, Mad Lions have money at least, so they can, you know, they can continue a buy. But for MIBR, it's dangerous.
Yeah, it's MIBR who has that kind of in the back of their minds. That you can't recover from one more economic hit in that fashion. Roy is already past the flashbang. Spur's going to come through. Oh, Roy's so blind. The follow-up was perfect, and they needed it.
I don't even know whose flashbang that was, but he was there for the flash. Another kill coming in for Fur with a huge double. Again, in this pivotal round where they would have been out of money, that's a way to get it started. A-Core not putting that ult to use at all, and Asilian and Bubsky trying to fight back, and they're actually doing a great job. Very low on health is Fur. If he goes down somehow, it's suddenly a 2-on-2. They don't have 8 HE grades to get rid of him, and that's a bit of a shame. Bubsky bringing it back with a headshot, taking down Taco, and Asilian flash through. He's going to lose to that AWP, and now it's on Bubsky. And I think he must know a little bit. He knows where the AWP is. Certainly, he's going to go straight for the fight. That is bold. Looking for Fur. They knew where he was in the beginning, but he's on top of the train. Oh, the shadow shows! He saw it! And now Bobsky coming in. That's the triple. He's flashing his way into the fight. He can't win it. Fallen will save his team with a double kill and a 14th round for MIBR. What a round this was.
What a difficult duel for Bubsky to be in for that long. A 1 versus 2. You have an AWP pinning you down behind the train. Fur coming over on top. You're exactly right. The shadow shows. But this is the round-winning play. Fur getting aggressive as he likes to do and putting a stop to the fast pressure.
I'm not sure how flashed he was. Yeah, he's so flashed.
It just started fading as he turns.
Yeah, but even then, like, he doesn't panic, right? Like, there's no chaos coming out there for Fallen.
Listen, Anders, it's not over. We have another timeout called by Mad Lions. That's a round win for MIBR when they have no money built up and only 1 player surviving, 1 AWP. So the secondary op was taken out. Remember, they have actually not made the economic decisions. We've praised teams in the playoffs of Flashpoint for being smart economically.
Yeah.
MIBR has not been intelligent in this game, so that's why their back's against the wall now. 2 FAMAS. They're going to have the 1 AWP on Fallen still and an SMG on Taco.
Yeah, it's a round you win and you think, oh, hold on.
Yeah, like, it's great that we won it. We'd obviously prefer that over losing, but, you know, this is still a very dicey, even more difficult round to follow it up.
Yeah, they are, I mean, this could be the ultimate heartbreak if they end up losing this round. Mad Lions surely know it. They themselves have invested almost their entire economy into this round, so it could go the other way as well. Flashed into main, and they saw that coming. Roy is playing anti-flash. A-Core was also, I think. They were absolutely ready for that. Ooh. Incredible kill for Fallen once again. He's so tuned into the game.
Push up. Do it.
Just go for it. KNG, this is a very, very high-risk kind of a play, and he's not got spotted yet. Jumping off with the FAMAS, he'll get the 1 kill, and they've dropped the Cillian low. He couldn't push up to finish off KNG, which he probably would have loved to have done. So now it is a 2-on-4. A-Core alive, and Bobsky sneaking in behind. He could get a free kill here, and he'll take it instead of trying to go for the other one. Just going for the easy kill. Taco, that's long range with the MP9, but he's able to do it. And now A-Core in a 1 versus 3. And they need to probably, well, they even go for it. I'd say leave him alone.
Man, that's craziness. I thought Bubsky was going to wait and pause and try and get 2. He had a huge play brewing. MIBR just barely holds on to that. KNG, an awkward situation, jumping off that ladder as well. But they've finally done it. They've gotten to 15, and it's going to pay off all those economic risks that we could have battered if they lost this map. Now look at the result. It's like they still have, you know, an SMG on Taco, but they've outlasted Mad Lions. It's the Tech 9s, it's a MAC-10, it's the AK-47. Down the stretch, despite some risky decisions with your money, MIBR's on top. 2 chances to close out this opening map.
With the Tech 9s, it's 100%, Jason.
Okay.
It can't fail. Do you remember what Tech 9s are like on Nuke?
Yeah.
Back when Astralis and VP?
Oh, I
Might
see
have
what
been
you...
MAC-10s.
It was
well.
trained.
Yeah.
It was trained.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
It's the heartbreak.
Well, here we go. They're going to try and crunch down Taco. A lot of flashbangs, making it tricky for Fallen to do much of anything. No one's checked it. Oh, no. No one's been looking, and Taco will take one. A double kill. That just might be the map. They did everything they needed to accept. Check that one corner, and that could have just cost them the first map of the series here. It's a 1-on-2, and Cillian, I don't know how you get out of this. He's got the bomb, sure, but he's got 29 health, and they know he's escaped past somewhere. Mayan already out there waiting for him, and I think he heard the steps as well. One little mistake could cost him everything.
I cannot believe nobody looked at that corner. Taco is completely blinded, and Mayern, he just has to play this smart. Just get yourself into safety. Teammates got to rotate towards ladder room. You have a crunch, a pinch on this A bomb site, and Cillian is praying to God that he can find a kill before he has to plant this bomb. It's going to start going down now. No one is actually close to punishing this. And he has somehow found a way to get away scot-free with that plant, and now things get really weird for MIBR. This is a winnable 1 versus 2 for Cillian, for the map.
I mean, the health is making it very, very rough, isn't it? But at least they don't have a smoke to force him out, so they're going to have to go for a defuse and try and see if they can bait him into a bit of a fight. They're being very, very slow about it, and that does make me nervous. Oh, the timing, though. There's the tap coming through. Mayan holding one angle. Taco, his feet showing, and then he's out in the open. He's going to be going down, and they turn around for it. They'll have time for the defuse. 16-13 as MIBR defeat Mad Lions on the first map in this series. It took absolutely everything, including a couple of really risky decisions.
Yeah.
But it paid out in the end.
They got very fortunate towards the end of that match. They weren't punished. There were a couple times those last 3 rounds, very close rounds, despite what some of the outcomes were. But Mad Lions almost had them right at the end. Impressive from MIBR. That's great stuff. 16-13. Map 1 goes to the Brazilians, and then we're coming right back with the desk and map number 2.